Hello, in this video we're going to look at how we can quickly design a floor girder made out of wood and of steel using ClearCalcs. So we're going to create a new calculation and we're going to start by designing it out of wood. So let's go to the wood beam and we're going to select a floor girder. That's our preset. So we're going to let that load in. And you can read our assumptions in design while it's loading. Next, we can see here that by default we've got 3 plies of 2x12 Douglas fir number 1, and our length is 12 feet. So first thing, in this case, let's go for 16-foot length. So we're going to change this, and let's go look at our loads here. So our tributary width is 7 feet. This is going to be a pretty heavily loaded beam, so we're going to put 10 feet in this case. And we can look at our load magnitudes, which in this case come from our project defaults. We're going to leave them like that this time. So scrolling back up, we can see we're at 211% utilization. We're far from passing code criteria here. So in this case, we're going to click the blue filter button and we're going to look at our member selector and see what we can find. And you can see in this case, we suggest that you're looking at LVL type beam. So we're going to do this and we're going to go in species and we're going to pick the type of LVL. Let's use micro lambs in this case. So scrolling down the list, we can quickly see that 1 3/4 by 11 1/4 micro lambs is more than enough for 89% utilization. So we can select that. And with that, we see that with 3 plies of 1 3/4 by 11 1/4 micro lambs, we've got a passing beam. All the criteria are met for the code. Now, say we decide that's too much micro lambs or it's too deep, so we want to switch to a steel beam. We can click on this button here, and what we click is going to change the material, and we might want to switch to a steel beam. So we're going to click on steel beam ASD, and it's going to switch it to all the calculations being done using the steel code. So you can see our length was 16 feet. It's staying at 16 feet. Our tributary width is still 10 feet. Our loads stay the same. The only thing we have to change now is our section size. So we're going to click on the blue filter icon again. And you can see we start with W44, which is a huge beam. We definitely don't need that. So we're going to scroll until we find something more reasonable, perhaps a W6. When we look, we can see a W6 by 20 passes on every criteria, so that's pretty good. If we're looking at weight, we can also use a W8 by 18, which also passes on every criteria. But in this case, let's stick with the W6. So we select it. And we can see everything is good, all in the green or yellow, no red. And with that, we've designed our girder.